Burnley 0, Chelsea 2, 12:30 kickoff, first game after the international break. And we've got the 3 points. Honestly, that's all I'm happy with right now. The performance wasn't great, to be honest with you. There weren't that many changes, okay, I'll be honest now. Initially, I'm not too surprised. It's still a Premier League game, and it's going to be a tight week as well because we have Barcelona midweek, then we have Arsenal a few days after that, and the fixtures in December, they look favourable, but you know how we are around Christmas time, so it's just really time to knuckle down and get these results. It's time for, we need to be consistent. That's all we need right now. But today, look, you couldn't really ask for anything more. Away from home, 2 goals, especially with Caicedo benched, which oddly enough is the first game that we've won without Caicedo in nearly 2 years, which is very concerning, but I'll talk about that another day. I think Reece, he only played in the first half. He was taken off for the second. Obviously, I'd expected that. Fofana didn't feature today. He wasn't injured, but Maresca just wanted him to rest. André Santos, I think this was his first full 90 that he played today, and he played very well. He put in a very good shift. I'd argue he was the man of the match. Especially making last-ditch tackles, cleaning up danger, carrying the ball from one area of the pitch to the other. He was doing everything today. I had no issues with André Santos at all today. He was brilliant, no issues. Who else? Okay, I'll be honest, there weren't that many outstanding performances today because the overall performance wasn't great, I'll be honest. The first half, Burnley, I didn't expect them to actually press high. I thought they would just sit back for a low block and we'd just perhaps try and get us out on the counter, but they were playing some decent football and they opened us up quite easily, to be honest. Although, I guess the issue for them is that they didn't have the quality up front to punish us, which is why I'd say we were lucky. But again, all I cared about was the 3 points, and you just have to play what's in front of you. It took us a while, but we had to play it long mostly for the first half. And Correa's up, he gets the ball, lays it off to Gittins, who plays a floating cross to, I can't remember, I think it was meant to go to, I can't remember who was in front of Pedro Neto, but Pedro Neto just beats the offside line and dives, headers it, it's in the back of the net just before half time. And look, it's always nice just to get the goal before half time. Going into that, then in the second half, I expected us to kick things up a notch, especially with how Burnley were playing in the first half. They were causing us a lot of problems. We were just at 6s and 7s, didn't have really an answer. The build-up play was lackluster, struggled to hold on to the ball a lot, kept losing it. So in the second half, although there were times we were still losing the ball, we kept on to it a lot more, played through them a bit easier, although I don't think they pressed us as aggressively as they did in the first half. I think at that point they were just trying to do, I think they were just doing damage limitations in the second half because at that point they just needed to survive. So I don't think they could risk conceding another goal. And it looks like that for the rest of the game, although Sanchez was never really tested. There was never really a point where I was just more concerned about us getting the second goal because anything could happen. We hadn't given away a corner only up until the last 10 or 20 minutes, but all I cared about was just getting the second goal because I don't really trust us to see out 1-0. We don't have the defensive solidity or just even the concentration to see out a result like that. So all I could think of was just getting the second goal. And to be fair, we did, but in the second half, we were wasteful. We should have gotten the second goal a lot sooner, even scored more than that, even. But we finally get the second goal. We're out on the counter-attack. The ball goes to Neto, who drives all the way and makes a good pass to Mark Yu, who it was nice to see today. He got a few minutes, completely bodied the last man, squared it to Enzo, who tapped it in 2-0. And that was the end of the game. I mean, you could argue the game was over when we got the goal, and it was. But again, I can't really. I'm not comfortable with a 1-0 lead. I need us to get the second goal. But second goal, and now we move to second. At least up until tomorrow, I expect Man City to beat Newcastle. But so far, we're 3 points off the top. Even though we're not in the title race, but let's not put ourselves in a top four race at least. I'd like to see us in a title race, but we're not consistent enough to be in it. But I'd want to be proven wrong. So this December is again another opportunity to see what we can do. And approaching January, which is a good opportunity because all it takes is one good window to change our season. But I think I'm asking for a lot. Right now, we just need to go on a run. But I think I'll focus on the run after the next two games. The next two games are vital. We need to beat Barcelona and we need to beat Arsenal. And I expect us to have a very good performance against Barcelona. And I do think we can get at least a point against Arsenal at home. But yeah, I think the Arsenal game will be more difficult than the Barcelona one because the Barcelona one, that's going to be open, that's going to be end to end. So I expect us, and they're going to leave open space that we can exploit. But Arsenal, they're not going to do that. So that will be more difficult than the Barcelona game. But as of now, look, I'm just happy with the result. Let's keep moving.